David is in a tough setback season in a 22nd number song, and he goes and he makes it plain. You see, it's one thing to have to go through some stuff when you done something to somebody. It's one thing to go through some stuff when you did the wrong or you did the dirt. It's one thing to go through some things when you cause a problem. But David has people that are picking on him and lying on him and doing things to him that he has never done nothing to in his life. David in his 22nd number song starts out saying, Father, why hast thou forsaken me? And he's not doubting God in verses 1 through 5. No, what he's doing is he's doing the same thing that you and I do. You see, he's tried everything else he knows possible to get a breakthrough. He's done everything else he knows possible to try and get God to listen to him. And so now he's trying to make an appeal. Oh, somebody's in David country this morning. You done prayed a whole lot of prayers. You done cried a whole lot of tears. You done stretched out, fell out, whined out, lied out, scandaled yourself out. There's some things you done done. You done done everything under the sun to try and get God to listen to you. And right now, you're trying to make an appeal. Do I have anybody here this morning that's making an appeal? You saying, God, I don't know why I'm in this situation. God, I don't know why I'm going through like I'm going through. God, I don't know why. Oh, I wish I had somebody go get with me this morning. I don't know why it's as hard as it is. I'm doing the very best I can. I'm praying the very best I can pray. I'm trying to be the best father I can be. I'm trying to be the best mother I can be. I'm trying to be the best Christian I can be. But this thing ain't changed yet. And I'm tired right now. I'm weary right now. I'm afraid right now. I don't know which way to go right now. And I'm telling you, I need a breakthrough. He says, God, I don't understand. I see what you did for my forefathers. I saw how you rescued them and how you delivered them. And I'm praying just like they pray. I'm serving just like they serve. So why won't you turn my situation around? I got folk that are on me, and then he begins to be depressed about his situation. I got some depressed folk up in there right now. He has a low self-esteem. He starts to talk about himself. Anybody up in here, you start talking about yourself, folk ain't got to talk about you. You start talking about yourself. He called himself a worm. He called himself the lowest of lows. He said, I'm not even worthy to hold my head up. I'm not even worthy to show myself in the synagogue. David, in this 22nd number song, decides he's going to have a talk with God. He's going to tell God about the things that he's really feeling. Then he goes on in the same 22nd song. He begins to tell God about what it is that's going on. He says that his adversaries are too strong for him. He said he got bull-type adversaries and lion-type adversaries and sword-swinging adversaries and scandalous adversaries and lying adversaries. Does anybody here have some stuff on you that's too strong for you to be able to get through right now? You can't fight this thing by yourself. You can't do it by yourself. The harder you try, it seems like the bigger the trouble gets. The more you put your best foot forward, it seems like the more somebody puts their foot on your neck. The harder you try to get out, something trying to keep you in. Or do I have anybody here this morning that's like that? Get up on your feet if that's you this morning. Quit trying to hide it. David, in this 22nd song, he's trying to tell God, I don't think I'm going to make it. I got some dogs around me. I got some dogs. Anybody got some dogs around you? Huh? Huh? Oh, you ain't got no dogs around you? I'm scared of you. Because if the devil ain't messing with you or trying to do something to you or trying to make life hard for you, that's an indication of where you are for Jesus. Because the devil don't mess with nobody except that they are about to bust out and break through and get to the plan that God has for your life. focus is all about how hard it is. In the 22nd Psalm in verses 1 through 18, his focus is on how tough it is. In the 22nd Psalm, his focus is on how rough it is and how many people have made it bad for him. In the 22nd Psalm, he's looking at the enemy too much. You see, that's somebody's problem today. You got your eye on the enemy too much. You got your eye on all the things that could happen bad to you, and you can't see all the good that God wants to do for you. He's in there and he's talking only about the bad things and the trouble things. He's focused only on what the negative things are and what the bad and the ugly is and how they are going to affect him and how they are keeping him. But oh my God, in the midst of it all, look at somebody say, in the midst of it all. See, somebody, you in the middle of it right now. David in the 22nd Psalm changes his tune. Look at the 22nd Psalm. After verse 18, David goes from being this man who's under attack. David goes from being this man who's being persecuted. David goes from being a man who's only focused on his flaws and his weaknesses and his enemies. And he begins to pray a different kind of prayer. Oh, yes, he does. He starts to pray a different kind of prayer. He starts to say, God, I know that you haven't left me. God, I know you'll never leave me alone. In the midst, stay with me right now. I just said he got out of the situation. I said while he was in the situation, that he began to pray a different kind of prayer. Somebody here, you need to hear that right now. You need to start praying a different kind of prayer in the circumstance or the situation that you are in right now. He started saying, Lord, I know you're going to rescue me. While he was in the situation, look at somebody and say, that's what you need to do. While he was in the situation, he began to get his praise on. He started to talk about the goodness of God. While he was in the situation, oh, I'm trying to bless somebody that needs a breakthrough blessing. He started lifting up the name of the Lord. While he was in the situation, he started talking about how he was going to make sure that everybody knew how good God was while he was in the situation. He started rejoicing, and folks thought he had lost his mind. You want to mess with the devil? I dare you right now, while you are going through right here in this sanctuary, to start to get your amen, bless and praise man, and praise come on right now. Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Shout for what you want. You're in the situation. Tell God what you want while you're in the situation. He started telling God, I believe that you got a better day for me. It's bad right now. It's hard right now. It's rough right now. I can't get a break right now. But I believe I see some better down the road. I believe that even though I'm going through and though I'm hurting right now, that you got a better plan for me. I believe you're going to bless my house. I believe you're going to bless my children. I believe you're going to bless me in spite of the past life that I've lived. I think I can see some things down the road that's coming my way. I see some miracles coming my way. I see some doors being opened coming my way. I see some forgiveness coming my way. I see a pay raise coming my way. I see a better paying job coming my way. I see some things down the road. As long as he was focusing on that crazy stuff, as long as he was focusing on that negative stuff, David couldn't see what God had in store for him. But in the midst of what he was going through, he changed his prayer while he was still going through it. You can get out today from whatever it is that has you under if you change the focus of your prayer. You can get out. I'm trying to bless somebody. The whole house should be shouting right now. verse 22 until he finishes up the text, he changes his whole terminology. He changes what it is that he's asking for. And then he goes on and he does something that just blew my mind. David, in the middle of this word, while he's still in bondage, while folk are still talking about it, while he's still being lied on, while he still doesn't have enough money to pay his bill, while he still hasn't got a breakthrough yet, while he's still struggling, while he's still crying, while he's still trying to get out, while he still got scandal all over his name, David does something that's mind-blowing. He begins to pray a prayer that says, Lord, if you just give me one more chance.